I commune with the spirits while we're having downtime?
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to because the spirits are about to commune with you.
Oh shit.
So you sit down and you're like...
So I'm like, I go to call the spirits, I'm like, oh.
You sit down. I was about to call you. Actually, no. We'll you do sit down to do that, and then next thing you know, you wake up and it's around midnight. You obviously were more tired from the road than you thought, and you fell asleep as you were trying to cast a spell.
You know, that thing that happens.
Yep, must have been the sake. So, you guys all awaken with no clear sense of why, and find that light is shining in the courtyard outside paper screen doors of your room. So think of all your rooms as kind of opening to a central courtyard.
Okay.
I've seen some Japanese
Is
media
the
before.
other girl in my room awake also, or just me?
Just you right now. Emerging. Well, you don't emerge because I'm not. The bitch just assumes you just emerge. What if you don't want to?
I'll emerge.
So yeah. We'll just say looking outside. You don't necessarily have to go out yet.
Say if I can see from the window.
You see a stern-faced older man kneeling by a formal tea set at a low table in the center of the courtyard. Moonlight shimmers on his blue and emerald silk kimono as he gestures for you to join him.
Joining him.
Oh, okay, I'll go.
Yep.
I'll emerge.
Alright, are you waking up? You're... Oh, well, you can't wake her up anyways. Sit by me, he says.
She's dead! Don't touch her.
Sit by me, he says. Who will pour the tea? You all realize with a shock that this is Doji Satsumi, the dead Emerald Champion. And your spirit sense was going off as you were walking out, I guess. It appears he wants you to perform a tea ceremony, and you maybe shouldn't argue with a ghost.
Who's the one that's into tea? Is that Cody?
Yeah.
Aw.
Son of a...
I have a tea set.
What skills does it need to pour tea?
The tea ceremony is a performance void check to properly evoke the transcendent nature of the practice.
Where's performance at?
Under social skills.
I get 1 dice. I don't want to do it.
I also only got one.
I get 2.
You can do it.
I get is it just one of us? Only one of us are performing
I'm
this?
looking to see.
I will sit down. Yeah, no, I'll just do it.
We all sit down around the
Hold
same
the
guy.
cup.
He has 1 tea kettle, and we all perform a ceremony right there.
Okay.
Well, who will pour the tea is essentially one of you doing it.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on front of him, and I'll give it.
But everybody can try if you want. If they're.
Are you doing it wrong?
No, do it like this.
2 successes and a explosion.
2 successes.
An explosion
It
or
is
a
perfect.
opportunity?
That's not explosion.
Except for no.
That's
no.
an opportunity.
Oh wait, but I can only keep 1, so I'll keep that one because I only have 1 void. And I will use the thing for reduce any effect that you have on your environment.
You can.
Oh, I can make it. I can make it look like because it looks like I can do it with minimum effort. So I'm just like.
You also can remove your strife that you have with
I'll keep
1
it.
opportunity. That's one of the things opportunity can do is you can.
I'll keep the stripe, but I make it so graceful. I even do the whole.
Okay. I will.
Right in the mouth.
Dude puts his face on it and blows.
He is extremely pleased and offers a subtle hint of a smile.
I'm extremely pleased by that.
Yeah, you made him happy. And he is simply sipping his tea. Would you guys care to talk to him?
I guess
He hasn't engaged you yet because he's sipping his tea, but he will in a minute. But if you guys want to make a theology earth check,
I'll do that.
just to see what you know about ghosts, you can do that while you're sitting here. Because you're all like, And eventually, someone's going to have to ask him, what do you want?
Right.
So,
No, what's just a normal black? Nothing?
Yeah, if they're
blank,
solid.
a blank is nothing.
Yeah, I already asked that, dude.
I got You can only keep as many as are in
As
your
your
ring,
ring,
right?
Yeah.
You got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes as well.
I got 1 success, and I'm getting rid of my strife because I got the other thing. So,
Well,
shiggity schwag.
you know that ghosts obviously are the spirits of ancestors that for some reason cannot move on to the afterlife of Yomi or Mindu. I don't know what either of those mean.
Oh,
So,
my ghost is a mean dude.
basically, I mean, usually they speak a little cryptic, and there's something that you can do normally to help them pass on
Right.
to the
I
afterlife.
suppose that's what I would
your
ask.
standard,
It's-
your standard
Right.
ghost stuff. Yeah.
It's like, great
Unfinished
champion,
business.
why are you still here, not moved on to the great after, whatever it's called?
Yeah, I'm assuming one of those
Japanese
2 words
heaven.
is like heaven and hell, or
Right.
Yomi and Midu. What? I don't know.
Yummy ghost and mean
Yummy?
dude
I have to
ghosts.
look. I have to look that up.
Yummy sounds better.
Yeah.
Hope he's, I don't want my dude to be a mean dude. I want him to be yummy.
He sighs and says, "I want you to ensure that Hitoshi, the young mantis, survives the Topaz Championship. I want to see that he becomes a samurai worthy of his father."
Just that he survives.
Well, I like I said earlier, there is possibility of becoming too injured or dying in this. I mean, there are dangers. Even though you're using like practice weapons and stuff, there's still events that
You can
could-
kill someone with a baseball bat.
There's still events that could hurt you, and day 3 of the competition is a duel with blunted metal weapons.
I say,
So,
of course this will be done, but out of for curiosity's sake, why is the Mantis not performing in the minor clan competitions? Why is he at this one?
he just kind of, kind of smirks again, takes a sip of his tea, and just words like the cut of the sword can never be called back once spoken. He's just kind of speaking in cryptic riddles.
Who was his father?
Whose father?
He said in his.
The mantis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who is your daddy? And what does he do?
Sorry, I was thinking you were asking a different question than what you were.
Oh, Derek, our tune stopped.
We need to have tea-time tunes, dude.
I got you.
He says, "The fallen blossom can never return to the bough, yet all can see from whence it came."
Neat. So I think we got all the information we're getting out of this guy.
Is this real tea or is it ghost tea?
Samurai amen, dude.
Yeah,
Like
basically,
pretend pouring tea.
basically anything you ask
It's going to be
is going to be met with some cryptic response.
What kind of tea is this?
He's basically, if you ask him if he's dead, it's like, if I'm dead, who's enjoying this lovely tea? And
Well, like Dirk said, is it actual
Yeah.
tea or was it ghost tea? Like, can we actually drink?
you can, right now, you can actually drink tea. But now, after he finishes his glass, he'll say, "You have my thanks. May Lady Doji favor you with elegance and courage in your task." And then when you look again, he's gone, and the teapot is cold, and the cup that he was drinking from is full and cold. And he does disappear after this. And now you can go back to bed if you want.
Are ghosts normally like that?
You don't sense him anymore.
He is gone.
They are cryptic. Like, the answers are, but I still don't understand why the Emerald Champion would care about a minor clan. And
Hold up. kind of in game, but like out of game more so. Are like ghosts a thing that like we're just like used to? Like we accept that this is a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, everyone rolled on their ghost thing and passed, so you know that it is not unheard of. But I would say probably you would probably be
used to obviously would
the least surprised about it
I can sense them all
because
the
you
time.
can sense them all the time. You could be freaked out like this, like maybe you've never seen a ghost before, so I guess that would be.
All right, yeah, that's what I just wanted
What
to
you
know,
would ask
like
to
what,
them.
yeah, like because I wanted to know if this is something that's common, like we would
It's,
just be
you know,
told
Oh,
it,
that's
or-
just Grandma. She's always here.
It's a thing, yeah. It's a thing that exists in the world.
Okay.
It's like
normally it's easier.
it's like an elephant. You know they're real. You just don't see them very much. You know.
Okay.
So communing with the spirits is one thing, but ghosts are a rarity.
It's hard to get
What?
a straight answer out of them most of the time.
What?
I guess I should have let you ask your last question before I sent him away, but
He comes.
But also
He's
that
like,
could just be a ghost thing.
Oh, by
Like,
the way,
Right as I was
yeah.
about to
This
say,
is
and you
his
just
name?
like, peace out.
I asked him what type of tea this was, and I didn't get an answer.
Do I know what type of tea it is?
it is
Jazz.
Sleepy time.
Earl Grey.
It's Earl Grey.
Weird for fake Japan.
The only tea I could think
They
of.
had giant cheeseburgers in the tavern. Did you see those?
Yeah, and the one dude in the cart had 10,000 prawns. This place is weird.
He's the prawn merchant.
What?
I'm most curious as to what the importance of this mantis student is.
Or what relevance he has to the Emerald Champion.
We should find out who his father is.
I agree.
Who is your daddy?
I might.
Melissa, you would recall
Yes.
the paper
Yes,
that blew
it's-
to your face.
Yes, that's what I was just going to mention to them.
Mhm.
I may have seen something when we were writing the cart. It just was.
Is he related to the merchant?
We're related to the dead guy. What's his name?
Emerald Champion.
Yes, the Emerald Champion.
Doji.
It's his son.
Doji Satsune.
What was it? It was the. Who wrote it? I don't remember what
The
he said.
nephew?
The brother-in-law.
brother-in-law.
Remember, Ryu, his servant, was taking his personal effects to his brother-in-law, Kakita Toshimoko, who is the head of the academy that you guys are...
Yeah, and it said something like, you were always better with kids or some bullshit. I hope you have your own.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically,
You were dropping like the lineage, and at the time I didn't know. Like I was like, okay, there's a lot of like brother-in-law of this person who's the
Yeah.
So
hand
the-
of the something, and
So
I'm like,
the
I don't know
Emerald
what
Champion
means.
That was the
pulls
point.
strings to get his nephew.
That was the point.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know every detail.
Or is it the
Right.
Emerald Champion's kid, and he's taking it back to... He's like letting his brother-in-law raise the kid because his brother-in-law is better at it. And he didn't have time because he was too busy being the Emerald Champion.
For it to be conveyed like this, all of you will know that this is not something that you think should just be brought out in the
Yeah.
open. This is obviously this level of...
This is ghost facts.
Yeah,
Ghost
this would
knowledge.
not just be like a, hey, the ghost came and told me to keep him alive. Who's his father? You know, it's
Yeah.
it's probably something that is not going to be talked about.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to tell people like, oh, hey, we saw a ghost. We had tea with
Yeah.
a ghost last night.
Yo, did you
Yeah.
know that Emerald...
I'm just saying.
Champion, dude?
I'm just saying. You guys know that heading to his brother-in-law and asking this information would not go well.
Oh yeah, no.
But would going to the Mantis guy and with this information go well?
I feel as if we should just make sure he makes it through the tournament.
Yeah, it didn't say he had to win. It
Just said he had
has to
to
become a samurai.
Become a samurai, which means don't let him get hurt or killed, and make sure he.
This can prove more difficult because I believe.
What if
I'm
we go
not
up
going-
against him?
Yeah. I'm not going to be the only person that finds it odd that a mantis is competing. Some people might take this as a personal slight.
I feel like you're
Well,
right.
fortunately, well, we'll just wait till the competition. Now, there's some more details you can notice later. You guys go back to bed with all these thoughts of how are we going to do this? Can we do anything? How can we control this at all?
What's the tea
Is
set?
it even possible?
What's the tea set look like? Is it dope?
Does it look like it belongs
I
there,
mean-
or was put there randomly?
It looks like a tea set bearing the mark of the House of the Laughing Cart, and it does belong there, and it's obviously used.
I'll leave it there, I
Okay,
guess.
before we...
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be out in the middle of the courtyard in the middle of the night, but it is their, it's their dishes, basically.
I will take their dishes to inside.
Before we go in,
Could have
though,
been the sink.
Yeah.
why do you guys think we were the ones that were called out here?
Because we're the player characters.
I'm glad somebody said it.
Well, I believe that is a great sign that the Emerald Champion has chosen us specifically.
It's because we're the best of our clans.
It is a good element.
It is because you're the best of your clans, and there could be much praise in it if, there is something behind this that you haven't seen happen. And, maybe there's a thing to this that will be revealed later, and you guys could be the people to save the day. Who
Further
knows?
in the book. It's a good
No,
element, I
yeah, I
believe.
mean, just in general, I haven't even read the second half yet. I just know that, this is an opportunity for you guys to stand out, so.
Stand out by keeping a dude alive.
Yeah, but, pleasing a ghost, maybe that ghost has influence. Still. Maybe he go back, maybe he'll hook y'all up.
We did also show kindness to his servant and his
Oh, yeah.
nephew,
Oh, yeah.
so that may have something to do with it. But we should probably get some rest.
Yep.
Yep. I'm going back and I'm thinking about this for a while.
Alright, we are going to be waking up to the day of the contest then. So the next morning dawns as pure and as golden as the voice of the lark.
You said after every scene you lose half your strife.
Yes, that is the end of the
So-
scene.
Do we round up or down?
I mean, if you have one strife and you lose half of it, do you go to 0? Or do you stay at 1?
I don't know.
I imagine you probably lose it.
I'm gonna say you lose it. Yeah, for right now. I'll look it up to make sure, but you only got one
Alright,
stripe,
you're
so
welcome.
yeah. I'm pretty sure you round down. Otherwise,
How would
you would just always have one.
Right.
So-
Unless you opportunity.
That's
Yeah.
your opportunity.
Right.
When we're up and, getting ready, I'm going to talk to the other, my roommate now, the other, unicorn, and just,
My roommate.
casually, talk about the mantis, because obviously she knows, that he's there. It's just,
Yeah, she will agree with you. Yes.
how neat would it be if, one of the lesser clans did really well in this competition and really would be...
She was. It is truly strange. Definitely not what I expected. We will see if he is a competitor worthy.
I'm just gonna...
I fear. What? Oh no, not I fear. It would be. I am certain he will not best us in horse riding. He spends his time on board a ship. What if he's ever seen a horse?
I watched through
Is there a way?
So not racist necessarily against them,
Probably
but still,
original or
at the same time,
Just talking a little trash.
he'll be all right at a couple things, maybe. But
The next morning, I go to a Sawasan. I'm just like,
did that happen?
weirdest dream?
we should probably try to befriend the mantis.
That would make it a lot more simple. to make it a lot easier to help him through the competition. Maybe we should find him.
Yes.
So now, for most of these competitions, you guys are going to be like basically when it's your turn, you run through the course and do what you got to do. A lot of times, you're going to be separate doing things, so it's not. You can befriend him. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying, just so you know, like when it's his turn to do something, it's his turn, and you guys just gotta watch.
Yeah.
So.
He's got magic though.
And I know.
Whoa!
There was no rules
He's on fire.
in his thing about
So it is fire. That was terrible.
I liked it.
Alright, so
Snape it in Harry Potter.
Oh,
so yeah, you basically you guys are making your way to the training field of the Dueling Academy, and you see Kakita Toshimoko, the gray-haired Crane Clan, and he is kind of at like a podium, ready to address everybody as you're all filing in. Go ahead.
Okay. In game, is there a way to tell like when something is tainted? Do you just get a feeling, or is there might be a ritual or spell?
I know there's spells for it, but I don't know if there's any abilities that do it.
Okay, all right.
I would say unless there's a written ability, then I don't think so.
Okay.
But the thing is with the tainted, a lot of times it is visible, like corruption, like you know, like if you remember the chart that we were rolling on, like shriveled up limbs,
Like some Princess Mononoke,
and you know, blisters on your skin. A lot of times
mine
it's
was way cooler looking.
yeah. A lot of times it's noticeable, but I would say not all the time.
Okay.
So
I got mushrooms growing out my neck, dude. I got that fungal pain.
On the way up there, I'm just out of curiosity, is any of the what are they called? Soji or Rose-like or invocations. Can you detect those that have the Shadowland taints that have been tainted?
Anna, eh?
Or do you got a flaw?
Oh, I got a taint.
I don't know if I can. Can I do that?
Do you have the spell?
Do you have the spell?
I don't have that spell.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I am unable to
I am
currently.
going to assume that's not a rank 1 spell. I hope.
Probably not.
I hope to learn that technique in the future.
I hope to learn how to better explore the taint.
It's a really weird ritual.
Yes.
You gotta get your spell book, the Kama Sutra.
Okay, yeah, and we listen like when the guy starts to address.
Yeah. So he introduces last year's Topaz champion, Kitsuki Yukimi, and last year's runner-up, Bayushi Sugai.
What clans were they?
And instructs the contestants to direct any questions they have about the tournament to those two. A white-clad priest will come out and bless at the end. The current Topaz champion was a dragon, and
Because they sent 18 people.
she is in blue and gold armor. Beautiful blue and gold armor that you can only assume is what is given to the winner of the contest. She's there to ceremonially pass on the title. Basically, she is the model samurai in all aspects, and her only thing is make sure whoever she passes the title on to is worthy of it. So, the runner-up from last year is a scorpion.
Damn.
Bayushi Sugai. You can already see, especially you, because you know how scorpion are. He is just bitter and still kind of pissy that he didn't win. So, and you probably have even heard this in your lands. So he's very sharp and very he'll answer your questions, but he's not happy about it. He's just you could tell he's not very good at hiding that he is has a lot of resentment.
Understood.
And even the way he looks at Kitsuki, it looks like, you know, he would not hesitate to take revenge if he had a chance, even a year later.
Ooh, revenge.
So-
That's a major
That's a
thing.
no-no.
Scorpion.
It's a major no-no.
Alright, so at this point, I'm going to go over the approaches again
Okay.
for you guys. Because in this... Alright, so there's 3 ways that you can earn points in this. You're going to earn a point if you succeed at your die roll, what you're doing. You're going to earn a point if you get enough bonus successes that you pass the current front runner. So one of the NPCs is going to be a front runner. And if you pass them, then you'd be the new front runner in that one. And you earn a bonus success that way. And the other way is if you use the right approach. So the judge is going to speak to you ahead of time and kind of give you a hint of the approach. That's why we're going to use these. So when you guys, after I read what the judge's thing is, you guys pick which approach you want to use. And if you pick correctly, then you'll get a bonus point because the judge will appreciate you using that approach. Now that approach might be the worst way for you to attempt that success, attempt that check, but you're basically still going to succeed because you're still going to get a point for using it. So even if it's your worst choice, you still get a free point for doing what the judges want. Now remember, at any time you can spend an opportunity to learn about one of the other contestants. And I got a whole chart full of stuff that you'll probably end up learning it all. So once again, an air approach, graceful, cunning, and precise. Earth approach, steady, thorough, grounded. Fire, ferocious, direct, or inventive. So water, adaptable, powerful, perceptive. Void, centered, unflinching, enlightened. Kind of a fluid approach.
Yeah, I tried to write all those down. I got nothing. Are they somewhere?
What's air and earth?
Yeah, are they in a page in the book?
Oh, I mean, probably. What'd you say? Graceful, cunning, and precise as air.
Okay.
Steady, thorough, grounded as earth. Ferocious, direct, inventive as fire. Adaptable, powerful, perceptive as water. Now, I mean, so think about it. You can use any approach to do anything. So, there's examples for every approach to do anything. So you could do a fire approach to, you know, study a book. You know, even though the fire seems like, you know, the fire approach it's direct, it's inventive. Like if you're creating something, you know.
Yeah, not right.
Obviously, it goes better with other things, but I'm trying to see. I could just pass this around to you guys then. Oh, you can't have this.
Are you going down to the
22, 142, 144 is approach in the book. So.
I was
page
gonna-
22?
I was going to say,
142, and 144.
go, actually, read, according to this, is page 32, is what the DM screen says, so
Okay.
let's see what's on page 32. It might be an easier. The 5 rings. Oh, that just explains each of them. That's a long way to read it. Because that's, you know, 5 huge paragraphs.
Dude, give me that abbreviation. I'll check 22, unless you're there.
I'm on 142.
Alright.
Well, I mean, if you guys want, just,
Right here, page 22.
is that the best?
Yeah, air, grace, cunning, precision, subtlety. Earth, resilience, patience, memory, calm.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Do we know that there's like different? Is there
You got that
different
screenshot, baby.
tests for like normal samurai versus Shigenja?
Only for the duels. Because obviously you're not. So the events, you guys would have known about the events. Like I said, the first event is Sumai, which is a wrestling.
Sumo.
You're gonna have heraldry, conduct, athletics, horseback riding, hunting. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, but there is not a combat, like, there's not like a spell combat duel as part of this or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But on the third day, you will do a duel, and your duel won't be with swords.
Yikes.
But yeah, that is just not fair. So, there are 5 events on the first day. Sumai is traditional wrestling, heraldry, athletics, horseback riding, and conduct.
Dude, I bet I'm going to win horseback
Day
riding.
2, weaponry, poetry, knowledge, law, Go, which is the board game,
Law.
knowledge of law, Go, which is the strategy game, and then archery and hunting. So yes, this
All things that
yes.
I'm great at.
this is going to test everything about how you built your character, and you are not going to be good at all of these.
I'm not gonna be good
Says
at all.
you.
That's how it's set up.
My guy shoots fire. Is there a shooting fire?
I mean, hunting. You'll kill and cook it all in one go. You'll be the best hunter.
Oh, what's up, Amazon?
Make your horse run faster.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of these tests.
I thought you didn't like the sound of making your horse go faster. I was like, that's weird.
All right.
Horses only.
So we are, basically, there's everyone's gathered for the first event. It's a traditional wrestling match. They draw a big circle in the middle of the training yard, mark it with a rope. Everyone's kind of limbering up, and
Is it a 1v1 wrestling match or like a group wrestle? Is this like Hell in the Cell?
It's a Royal Rumble of samurai.
Cage match.
Yeah, do I have to grab the
No,
suitcase and get out?
It is, you're randomly paired against one of the NPCs, and then you go. We are going to abstract this a little bit. I'm not going to actually draw out a bracket and say who's facing who in each event and stuff like that.
I think we should get
We do,
one of those toys. It's like a wrestling ring, the like little kid's toy to put down, and we can actually.
Think of it more like a sumo ring. They're drawing a circle and
right.
marking it with a rope.
My way was
Um,
funny,
And then
but
catching it up.
And, the first people are going, and everyone's stripping down to their undergarments, and it's a simple throw your opponent out of the circle
It's just
check.
do I get any
a bunch
oils?
of skinny dudes.
I'll
Or
go.
can we do
I
the
just don't oil
talk
graphics.
to the judges, do the thing? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
we'll do it in a minute. What was you gonna say?
No. I mean, if that's how we're doing it, that's fine. I was just gonna see if there was time for us to analyze the people that were going to be like fighting and stuff like that. But
I mean, they're
Yeah.
all. I mean, you've at this point now you've learned all the other contestants.
okay,
Just remember, there's the Mantis
right.
and one from each clan. So
Well, that's, poor Mantis, dude. So I want his own.
so there's 8 contestants plus you guys. So seven great clans. The one minor dude.
I hope I get to fight the other crab.
When you ask a detail, just tell me which one you're paying attention to, and I'll tell you what happens. And with that, you start watching the first few Sumo people.
I'm mostly just trying to figure out what stance they prefer.
Bayushi Meilin seems to do really well. You see, actually, she goes first, and that is the Scorpion.
Yep.
And she looks to be the most impressive so far. The judge says,
most impressive.
remember, the judge says, in Sumai, as in life, a steady stance creates a solid foundation for success. And it's going to be a target number 2 martial arts unarmed check. So everyone pick your stance secretly. When you're ready, reveal. What? Just use these.
What?
Yeah, use these.
No, I wasn't writing it down. I was listening.
Use these. Everyone have their stance picked,
Yep.
and then reveal. All right, and then we're gonna do a target number.
We're revealing?
2. Wait.
Waiting for dirt.
Waiting for dirt. All right. Go ahead. Yay! That was easy. It gets harder.
So do I.
Okay. So you're using your earth rings. You guys are gonna do a martial arts unarmed check.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I
Yikes.
fucked up and didn't pick any martial arts unarmed.
I don't know. I also don't have
The black ones are the rings, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Note card. index card.
All right, who am I going up against?
Like I said, I don't know. You're going up against Yasuka Jun, the other crab.
Woo! Oh, whoop this crab's ass! I'm gonna crack his shell.
The crab fight.
He's not a good fighter. He's a fast talker.
Ooh.
There said so in his
How would
description.
Would I know that like trying to use all of our abilities in fight in any of these skills, would that be frowned upon, or would they be okay because you're using things that you can do?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Because the adventure is built so you can't do that.
Okay.
Because
technically we don't know those things.
It's built that you can't do that. That's why this first part is like you don't get void points. You don't have your advantages and disadvantages. You don't have. If we were using the pre-gens, you would not be able to do that.
Okay.
I allowed his because it would be a constant thing.
Okay.
If you want to sneak something in and try to sneak it in, then
well, no. I mean, if we don't know, I was going to try to commune with the spirit for an earth elemental, just to say, hey, they can give you aid. So basically, it can make the ground soft around him, or stuff like that.
Oh,
but,
so he gets all stumbly.
Yeah.
I mean, anything.
But
is
it's
that
fine.
honorable?
I
know
mean,
you don't
right.
care.
Scorpion.
Well, yeah.
Winning is the most honorable thing you can do.
But I said if we technically don't have these abilities yet,
It would be frowned upon if you used an ability to give yourself an edge.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, how dare you try to win the samurai tournament, dude?
Okay, no, that's fine.
Suck like the rest of us.
I do, in my background, actually have unarmed martial arts.
Oh,
that's
so
what my parents
upset.
liked. You're like, ooh, you're a little feisty one.
Can I not fight him?
But how much
have
earth
one
you got,
rank,
though?
dude.
Yeah, but how much earth do you have?
It's one more than I have.
So well, then we're equal. I have 3, you have 3. But I can keep more than you.
Yeah, the way the contest is kind of set up is that it doesn't make sense that you guys would ever face each other because they abstracted all this stuff because there's no way that both of you could get points if you were facing each other.
Fight that crab, dude.
Go ahead and do it.
Fight that crap.
Everyone,
Fight that crab. Beat the shit out of that bald-headed bastard.
If I get strife this time, and I also have an opportunity, can I get that opportunity to get rid of one of those 2 strife right away?
I think so.
Alright, then I have...
But you have to take the opportunity.
Yeah, take the opportunity. You can just use it to get rid of strife, and then just only have...
This is pretty simple. I mean, it's you get a point if you pass. You get a bonus success. You get another point if you get at least another success.
I have 2 successes.
Well, it's target number 2, so that means you passed. A bonus success would be a 3 on top of that.
Me too.
So you passed.
Alright, I passed, and I got 1 strife.
Okay, well, mark your strife.
Got it.
How
right
much did you
here.
pass by?
I just
Equal.
got it.
He equaled.
Okay.
Oh god. I'm gonna fail this one hard.
I know. I only
Go,
get 2.
go ahead. Who's next?
It's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go for
Do
it.
it. Ooh.
Oh. Yeah. No, I got.
You use this chart to figure out what you do with your opportunity.
If she takes it, she might just
Oh,
take
yeah, you don't
the,
have to take the
she
opportunity.
might just take the success.
But
Yeah.
don't we need 2 successes to get the thing?
You need 2 successes to pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can use the spot details things.
Right. Well, you're not going to get the 2 successes, period, but you can get a
Right.
success and an opportunity.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah.
So yes.
I guess I'll use my opportunity then to.
Right. So you lose, but
You also get a
did
strike.
use the correct approach. So you still
A point.
get a point. And who are you paying attention to?
Who am I fighting?
Kitsu Tsubaya.
The
The crane?
a crane.
Yeah, sure. We'll do the crate, not the line. We'll say you're fighting the.
Who fights Mantis?
Oh god. We just kill him in the first time, like shit.
Snap his neck.
Oh,
Survive
I
that.
suppose it's just right then I got a point though, right, for the.
Yeah, we're keeping track of our own points.
I was doing it, but
You gotta snap and release, because if he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Basically, the crane you can see has that cocky, annoying crane demeanor, which
Sorry,
is
I'm gonna keep
basically
going.
like
I keep
unsatisfied with
spreading.
anything less than perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, not every bit of details are important.
Cool.
Is there a peacock clan?
I hope so.
So do I. 'Cause we saw one on Perkins Ave today, just in the wild.
Just chilling there.
In the wild.
In the wild.
He doesn't belong, but he's
Who's
there.
Who's
Was he
rolling?
riding on top of some mattresses?
Go for it,
Did you
dude.
guys see that?
Before we start, when
Excuse
we're
me?
in the ring and we're getting set, can I possibly... Could I try to do a fire performance or something like that to try to incite him into leaving? Like, basically piss him off that he leaves the mountain stance, the earth stance, and, like, just goes, like... Is that a possibility? Can I trash talk him to see if I can get him to...
Yeah, that would be a...
He's trash talking.
I guess we can... I don't know.
Oh, dude, dogging
Might
shit
as well
is
allow
a...
it. That would be...
minor.
fire performance or fire command.
Other things can be-
Incite is fire.
What was water again?
Let me see. Hold on one sec. Let me read over here in my little... I forgot the DM screen goes over a lot of these. Communicate and influence an audience is performance. You're not worried about the audience. You're trying to do it to him.
He is the audience.
He is the audience.
Yeah, I mean, I guess fire performance would work because even if you didn't incite him, inciting the crowd to get them to cheer
Right.
would, demoralize
Who am I-
him a little bit.
Yeah, who am I fighting right now?
One of the dragons. The other the dragon.
Miramoto Hinata.
Naruto's wife.
Yeah.
What is he from?
He's the dragon.
Ah, nice.
One
of
of the
course,
8.
yeah, one of the million.
Mm-hmm.
They know they suck. So
There you
that's
go.
And I don't like dragons to begin with, so I have a prejudiced
yeah.
disposition to them.
Right.
anyways.
racist.
So yeah, he doesn't like you. So he is.
Yeah.
Like crap.
He is.
In a very eloquent way, like I said, I'm trying to
defend the
intimidate
wall.
him to
Change
leave
my mind.
Earth stance, but basically I say,
I don't like crabs. Change it up. Dude, you're gonna love crabs when I'm done with you.
as I'm like, yeah, just like flexing or something, I come up with something to the fact, it's like, I'm surprised you could find your way down here since you never leave your mountain. Kind of, just like a little taunt.
Right. I'm almost wondering if that should be.
One. Oh,
Yep,
do I
he's
want to
it.
take 2 strife?
Definitely just do it.
We don't have any strife
You
right
get
now,
rid of
so
them.
go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
YOLO,
That's 2
dude.
successes on my taunt.
Well, these guys aren't statted out, so
Right.
I don't have stats to roll against
just-
you.
right,
So
so just
we'll
right.
say with 2 successes, you rile him up enough that he breaks form
Okay.
before they start, and instead of the careful
Right.
approach that you would expect, he charges at you a little bit too eagerly.
Okay.
Ooh, you got
perfect.
fire stanced.
Yep. Alright.
That means you didn't get a bonus point. So this dude's gonna lose.
Basically, yeah. He'll,
1, 2. Oh, can I use my 1, 2, 3? 3 successes.
Nice.
Okay, so you get
Derek's
2
in the lead.
points because you beat the current frontrunner even.
Oh.
Oh, that means
And,
so you needed 2 to
2 to win, 3 to get ahead.
Yeah. Jeez, you got like 1 billion points.
mhm.
Not gonna do well in this competition.
Dude, we gotta kill Derek.
You know what?
All right, are you?
Okay, but we can't touch him afterwards.
Yeah.
How many points did you get for that then?
Did you
3?
did you have any
No way.
opportunity to spend?
Yeah, for my taunt.
Yeah, I'm going to adjust the adventure a little bit because the adventure made it so like it's almost guaranteed that everyone passes.
Sure.
Like I think by day 1's over, you guys will all be well above however many points you need. But I might make it a little harder.
You both got at least 1 point, so you don't have to
Yeah.
worry too much.
Right.
Derek does have 3 points now, though. Yeah.
How many points do we need?
6.
8.
8.
Oh, total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From all 3 days.
And there's like 8 games
There's
in
10
one day.
events.
I got you.
You need 8 points to become a samurai.
Yeah.
But the more you get, for purposes of tracking who wins, we're gonna keep doing this.
Okay.
But you're all
We don't
going.
have to worry about not getting
So,
the 8
yeah,
points,
so-
or I think we're fine, because you're going to pick these probably 8 times.
Yeah, but you
correctly.
could mess
I
up though.
wanted-
You could pick the wrong one or choose to do the different one.
Right.
I wanted him to get so riled up that he just came charging, and all I had to do was just kind of sidestep and just stick out my leg, and he just kind of fell and tumbled to make it look like I did absolutely nothing. Just showmanship.
That's funny.
Just with yeah.
Not with 2.
What?
So not with 2.
I had 3 successes.
Well, with 3. Sure.
Okay.
Whatever. You,
Or I mean, I could maybe hip tossed him. Like I said, I was using mostly his momentum of being angry against me.
right. The thing that I was
But I have to be earthy.
really debating that probably should have been a feint roll, which is air under your martial skills, but instead of a performance. But
Well, like I said, I wasn't like feinting him in combat. I was trying to get him pissed
Right,
off beforehand.
yeah, well, it just says lure opposition into a position of vulnerability. I don't know. Whatever. We'll go
Yeah.
with it. I don't care.
Nailed it.
I'm easy. Just make something cool happen, and I'll say it's good.
Oh boy.
Is that 2 successes?
No. That's a success and an opportunity.
Right. Who would you like to notice something about, or do you want to remove a strife? But you failed.
Yeah, I know I failed.
As you're getting thrown out the ring, you look up.
Who did I lose to?
Mantis.
Oh.
No, she's already gone. There's only 2 of us. Oh no, the mantis dude.
Sure. Yeah, you were doing the mantis.
You did it on purpose. You lost on purpose.
Oh, yeah, I lost on purpose.
Yeah.
You don't want to hurt this
No,
guy.
I want to. I'd have messed him off.
We can hurt him. We just gotta not let him die.
It's like that was.
So, don't the other people watching on that have some details in here that can be spent to learn about them is the runner-up and the champion from last year, as well as the master sensei, the guy that owns the Dueling Academy,
Oh,
the
yeah, that's the
brother-in-law.
guy I want to know about.
So
I want to know about the other scorpion.
those are the ones that have things written down that I can tell you.
I would
so.
like to notice that guy.
Did you have an
I
opportunity?
do.
Who? Toshimoko?
Sure.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, the master
brother-in-law.
guy, yeah.
He seems particularly disdainful towards your opponent.
Towards me.
The mantis. He's not supposed to.
As he's beating you, you glance over and see that he visibly looks annoyed that you couldn't take him out. Like,
Wizard in a sumo wrestling
What did I do? This would have come from my taunt, but at that point I would have looked over at the scorpion, the runner-up. What would I have learned from him?
Well, we already know that he is like bitter and
Right,
pissy.
for sure.
Uh,
I understand.
about his runner-up status, but he also seems equally just as annoyed at Toshimoku, the leader of the academy.
Gotcha.
He's just mad at everybody.
Right.
So he should have won. Damn it.
Okay.
Okay, I lost.
Yep, you
I get a
lost.
point though, right?
You got a point. So yeah, it is. What is it? 1, 1, 2, 3
Yep.
so far.
Alright.
Okay, I'll let it.
You're only ahead
I'm
for
little.
now.
I knew I wasn't going to do well in the wrestling match.
I'm not
All right,
a big guy.
that's all right. Next is
My chest is a little higher.
next is heraldry.
Like, that was very
What is
noble
that?
of you to allow.
Yeah,
We cannot hurt.
I know. Yeah.
So we just go ahead
Unfortunately,
and
we
say you
cannot
failed
cause
now.
him
You
injury.
don't even know what it means. So
Heraldry?
yeah.